Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Meow, and tonight we are diving into Wargame Design Studio Squad Battles Grenada. It's a demo, it's free, it's available on the WDS website. Go and check it out, it is really quite good. If you are interested in Valor and Victory, this might be a game that you might also be interested in, because it is similar scale and the mechanics are very, very similar to Squad Leader or ASL, Advanced Squad Leader, that Valor and Victory mechanics are based on. And so is this. So, tonight we are playing Radio Grenada. It's a platoon level scenario, normal conditions, daytime. In addition to the Marines landing at Pearls Airfield and Rangers at Point Salines, Urgent Fury called 3 separate Special Forces operations. One of these was the seizure of the Radio Grenada transmitter on the west side of the island. Members of SEAL Team 4 were to capture and hold the transmitter to prevent the military council from calling for the militia to mobilize. It was then hoped that the radio station could be used by the US and her allies to transmit propaganda and information to the local populace. The SEALs landed and were easily able to capture the transmitter along with a small garrison. However, they found that there was no response when they tried to check in on their radios. The frequency had been changed at the last moment. Ah, yes indeed. Don't let the left hand know what the right one is doing. Sort of situation, and no one had informed them. This was just one of several communication issues that were to plague the American forces during the invasion. The SEALs prepared to hold their position as a pickup approached on the coastal road. Well. So this is the setup for this scenario. There is a note that I'm gonna read because it's important to the scoring of the scenario, to basically how we are gonna win or lose it. So note, this scenario uses asymmetric scoring. Grenadian losses will be multiplied by the number of turns in the scenario, in this case, 12. The SEAL losses will be multiplied by the number of the turn in which they occur. Victory points for the objectives are cumulative throughout the game. If the American player holds all 3 objectives for the entire game, he would garner 120 victory points. As a result, this suggests that the Grenadian player might want to keep his distance and use his heavy weapons to wear down the Americans before starting an assault near the end of the game. The Americans might want to think about abandoning the objectives to escape heavy losses at the end of the game. So we are getting score as long as we hold the objectives, and we want to also preserve our force for as long as possible. So that is how this is gonna work, and we have 12 turns. So it is a defense scenario from the point of view of US forces, and which we will play first. Now, given time, we might want to play the opposing force, which is the attacking force of the Grenadians. We'll see how that goes. If I am still in a possession of all my faculties when this is over. So, support exists in this scenario. Well, support might exist in this scenario, but we do not have the communications with our HQ. So, does the support really exist in this scenario? Nobody knows. But as we have read from the scenario description, there is a pickup truck approaching. It has X men inside. So what does that mean? X means that there is from 1 to, I believe, 10 men inside of a pickup truck. Double X would mean from 10 to, is it 50 or 90? I think 10 to 90. And then triple X means it's up to 500 if I'm not mistaken, and then quadruple X from 500 to 1000, but that is beyond the scope of the squad battles, because the squad battles are of course concentrated on the small action. small action that happens basically in the kind of platoon company level. So this is the platoon level scenario. We are in charge of SEAL Team 4. So let's have a look. What do we have? So we have SEAL Team 4 CWO with the morale of A+. Fantastic. SEAL Team 4 CPO with morale A. So they have MP5s and Car 15. We'll get back to that in a second. We have Team 4, which is 3 men. And they're already on the ground. They're all on the ground. So basically they are hunkered down. They are seeking cover as much as possibly can. The movement is slower, of course. If you think of it, you're crawling on the ground. You won't be far wrong. But of course you are in much better cover. So they have one MP5, one Car 15, one M16 AR, and one M72 Law. So that is gonna be coming quite in handy. But we'll get back to that in a second. We also have Team 3, that's a 3-man, and they have MP5, Car 15, and M16 AR with a bag of satchel charges. So very, very nice. Now, that's not all we have. We have SEAL Team 4 with a lieutenant commander with MP5S, so a smaller variant. I think it has higher lethality, if I'm not mistaken. We'll again go back to the reviewing of the weapons in a moment. It's a three-man Team 4 with MP5, Car 15, M16 AR, satchel charge, and a SEAL Team 4 lieutenant. So basically this is an HQ element from the looks of things with MP5S. Finally, we have SEAL Team 4 CPO with Car 15, and 3 men with MP5, Car 15, M16 AR, and M72 Law. Right. So let's go back to this. So looking at our forces, first things to note here, none of them have radio. So why is radio important? Well, radio is required, it's a must, if you are looking to call for support. So usually that is done like so, and I'm pressing the the shortcut for the radio, nothing comes up. So it's to call off-map artillery, mortars, airstrikes, and things like that. So of course, as we have read from the scenario description, the communications were not enabled. Unfortunate, but that is that. So let us do a couple of things. Special zone, no. We are wanting to have a look at the slopes. And I believe this would be a little bit better. It would allow us to view the slopes a little easier. So we kind of have a feel for the terrain. So we immediately see that there is a hill here going down, a hill here going down. So if Grenadians have, for example, on-map mortars and things like that, that would be a perfect place to place them. And we are kind of in the valley. So there are basically hills everywhere. And we are in the valley underneath it. So there is a road going north to south and moving out west. And of course, dirt roads going southwest with kind of villages to the south. And we have a village to the north as well, with a beach to the northwest. So historically, what happened? Team SEAL 4 held the objective for some time. Once heavier forces started arriving, they have rigged the radio station to blow the equipment, which they have done. and they have done fighting withdrawal beyond the river, beyond the stream, into the forest, and swam out into the open sea, and they broke contact that way, and they were picked up at a later stage by a rescue helicopter from one of the ships offshore. So that was the historical kind of situation. But can we succeed? Just as kind of historically happened, or are we able to do better and hold the facility, because we cannot call for backup. So there's that. So let's just have a very quick look in terms of what I want to disable the objective, so I think this is it. No, that's labels. So Spitter, Morn Docteur, up north, and Happy Hill. I'd say Happy Hill is pretty happy. Right, okay. Let's remove that. Objectives. Okay, let's remove the objectives. That's what we want. Okay. So it looks like everybody is under the command of this chap here. So, Lieutenant Commander. They are all under the same command, so we need to preserve our HQ element. So it's basically a fire team with a lieutenant and lieutenant commander. And then we have what? We have a 1, 2 NCOs. I think CPO and CWO are NCOs, if I'm not mistaken. And we have 2 fire teams, and then, of course, so a squad in effect, and then a fire team led by the CPO here. So that is that. So we have a vehicle on approach. We do not know if it's civilian or not. So what do we do? Well, I think the best thing to do in this instance is to stay put. So let us have a look what sort of vision we have. So they can see in here, while these 2 squads cannot. So they can see up onto this hill and a little bit on the road, up north and south. Seeing the approach here. This squad can see similar thing, but approach here and here. And they are, of course, in charge of the northern approach. Completely right. Do we shoot or do we not shoot? That is the question. It is our first turn, so the first things first, we want to have a look at our equipment. Oh, let's have a look at our equipment. So we have Car 15, it's reliability B, a range of 4, so it can shoot up to 4 hexes. Lethality 18, penetration 5. Okay. And it's 5.56 mil weapon. We have 9mm MP5, reliability A, so that's fantastic. Range of 2, lethality 22, penetration 4. So it's higher lethality to basically showcase that it is much better, much higher rate of fire at close quarters, but it's not so good at penetrating cover, any possible armor, etc. And the range is much shorter, so anything below half range is going to be a problem for that. So literally it's really effective at range of 1 hex, so immediate range, while this can quite happily shoot up to 2 hexes away with no reduction, with no penalties to its lethality. Another car, 15, and then we have M16, so a range of 6, which is more of a longer range weapon, up to 3 hexes away. Lethality is not so great, only 19, but definitely better than the car, 15, and a similar penetration. And then, of course, we have M72 Law, which is light anti-tank or light anti-vehicle, really. So it's a reliability B, range 4, so we want to engage as close as possible. Lethality of 35, fantastic, with penetration of 80, showcasing that it has heat missile loaded up. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's have a look. They would have releases. Right, let's see if... No, we don't have anything scheduled. And nothing arrived. Just checking this quickly. No releases, so nobody's gonna disappear on us. Okay. And so the objectives are here. We are gonna remove them because we know these are the objectives and we need to hold them. And let's have a look at the victory points. So we need 235 whooping victory points for a major victory. So that would be achieved by holding the objectives, preserving our men, and annihilating the Grenadians. Right. Turn clockwise, toggle hold fire. So let us toggle hold fire on the Law, because we don't want it to be used automatically. Likewise here, let's toggle hold fire here as well, so that whenever we do opportunity fire, automatic fire onto the enemy, this is reserved. Now, let's have a look at M16AR. I believe we should be able to select weapon load. No, we are not able to do so. Interesting. So this is the variant without the underbarrel grenade launcher in that case. And I think all of them are as such. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the case. Right, okay, well. So we're gonna select satchels on hold fire as well. We want to only use them at a dire emergencies. And I think we are pretty good this way. So, making sure to unselect this, we are gonna move on to the next turn. So, let's save the battle. Radio Grenada. And immediately we see Grenadians. So we've caused one casualty straight away. Whoa. There is quite a lot of noise going on. So I hope that didn't overwhelm your hearing there. I have reduced the in-game sounds a little bit. Maybe I should actually reduce them a little bit more. There we go. Right, hopefully that is a little bit better now. My apologies for that. But, so, we have pinned the men. They are in the open, so it's quite easy for us to see that they are 7 men. We don't know their morale status or movement, but we know that they're hunkered down and they're pinned. We have eliminated 1 man who was carrying Lee Enfields. So let's have a look what they have. They have AK-47s, SKSs, Lee Enfields, and RPD 762s. So, and actually they started with 10 men, so we have eliminated 3 in the firefight. So RPD 762 is probably the most dangerous thing they have. And AK-47s as well, so assault rifle and light machine gun. Lee Enfields and SKSs, while they definitely pack a punch, they are World War II weapons. They are for sniping and hunting, they're good, but in a close assault firefight, they wouldn't be that great. So that is good for us. So we do know that now we are facing the Grenadians here. There is another pickup truck on the way. One has driven away. We don't know who are inside of it. They are definitely out of our line of sight now. So they are probably somewhere here. They might be swinging about, they might not be, I do not know. But the point is that we are gonna, well, not assault, but attack them. Another man down, fantastic. Here is my dilemma. If we assault them, because they are pinned, we have fairly high chance of succeeding. However, we only have 3 men. And I do not want to expose them overly much to the enemy. So maybe the best course of action here is simply to keep shooting and suppressing them, keeping them pinned. And I just made a mistake. Ouch. Well, well, that was a misclick. I have right-clicked instead of control right-click, and that has initiated the assault. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, we have demoralized them. They only have 4 men left. Unfortunately, we have 2 men. We have been reduced, and our M72 Law and Car 15 are left behind. The man carrying them has been annihilated. Okay, they now only have 3 men left. Kind of similar to us. That might have been a mistake. I mean, it was a misclick, of course. But it is what it is. Right. So, we have another pickup truck moving from the south. Can they see? No, they cannot see the enemy. Would they be able to see from here? Yes, they would. You know what? We are gonna move our HQ up. So, we are gonna do this unit. Let us toggle on ground. Move up 1. Go to ground again. And we have 1 shot left, which we will employ. Ooh. They might have 1 shot, but... Oh. Right, okay, this is on the ground. That is fine. MP5s, of course. They would be not the best way to engage them. So, that is fine. That is actually fine. Right. Okay. Let us move on to next turn. So we are taking fire from the south. Oh, whoa, okay. BTR 60. Wow. That is quite a development. So they have, of course, 2 weapons, 7.62 and 14.5. They can demolish our men in the open. We are disrupted. So I think the best thing to do would be the following. We are gonna select all our men. They are gonna go up, move here, go to ground, and over here we're gonna as well go up, move here, go to ground. Now, let's... So for us to rally the troops, as you can see, we are disrupted. For us to rally the troops, we need to have a leader. In this case, CPO. So we go to the leader and we're gonna try and rally the troops. Did we do that? Huh. They are... What? What? They're demoralized? Whoa. I wish this would stay longer. So I'm looking here to see. I wish there was a pop-up instead of this little fleeting thing at the bottom. Actually, Control Y. For some reason, this does not work. There are no demoralized. Oh, of course, because we are only disrupted. Right, okay. That is what is up, right. So, our leader only... I have forgotten it. It's been a little while since I played squad battles. So, the leader can either rally demoralized troops or pinned troops. If they're disrupted, they do need to regroup on their own. It's basically there. It's not that their morale down. They are just a little bit up. So, that is fine. We are gonna... Oh, nice. So RPD is gone. AK-47 is gone. I know that the enemy is somewhere in the hills. We are not gonna chase him. So let us go here. Oh my god. They have 2 BTR-60s. 3 BTR-60s. I do apologize if the noise is a bit too much. I am just reducing the game noise a little bit further. My apologies for that. That was quite loud. Right, so we see 2 sections approaching from the north, similarly equipped to the one that we have destroyed. Well, we have really didn't destroy them, but for all intents and purposes, they should be out of the fight, for now at least. We have 3 BTRs on approach as well. That is tough. That is very tough. So what can we see? We can see both of them here, and we can see both of them here. So MP5 is not gonna be that great. So can we actually... So what we want to do here, we want to pick up M72 Law. So let's attempt and do so. Let us command... Toggle on ground. Where is pickup? Okay, load up pickup. So let's pick up that. Perfect. So our CPO picked up Law, which is what we want. So this is a anti-tank weapon, which is gonna be needed because we have BTRs. Now, whether we're gonna be successful or not is a different story entirely, but this is the only weapon that can really take out BTR. So here we have range of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Law is range of 4. So we want him to be within 2. Range of 2. So what I think I am going to do here is I'm gonna move up into the outside of the compound. We can either crawl there, or we can get up, run out, and get down again. Getting up, running out, and getting down again would allow us to shoot afterwards. Crawling up would not. Well, right. Let us attempt to do so. I'm afraid that this is a little bit of a mistake, so we're taking a risk getting into the open. I know there is a wall. So actually, let's just have a look here. So it's clear we have defenses all around. Wouldn't give us a lot of protection now, would it? You know what? No, we're gonna stay put. We're gonna stay put. Right, let's just, let's attempt to shoot at them. So, MP5s are not needed. Car 15 and M16, and I think we're gonna be shooting this way. We have immobilized one of the BTRs, so this is a good result. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is, yeah, I'm not mistaken. So that is irrelevant for the purposes of them shooting at us. But we, in effect, made it stationary quite close. So if we do get a respite from the south, we would be able to move up and maybe try and take it out with our light anti-vehicle. So let's try and shoot this vehicle in that case as well. No valid firing unit. Are they not in range? Range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have line of sight. Surely. Oops. That's bizarre. Oh. I'm being silly. They have already fired. Fire 0. I am totally not looking at the correct thing. Right. Over here, though, they would be able to fire. So let's select things we want to fire with. And let us attempt and fire at this BTR. No such luck. Okay. Over here. Actually, let's do this. Toggle hold fire. We want to make sure that law does not fire. And this way, we can try and eliminate them, but not quite working. Okay. Having quite a firefight here. Ouch. We have lost a man in our HQ and they're now disrupted. We are pinned over there. That is quite... Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity to showcase how to unpin men. So let's go to leader. We have a CPO still active, rally units.
Move it!
And we have become disrupted instead of pinned. So that's perfect. So now we are a little bit better at being able to shoot at people. So we have lost our lieutenant and our 3-man team, fire team, has been disrupted as a result as well. There is a bunch of men in this pickup truck moving up. They have shot at us, so I think we're gonna stay put. We're not gonna fire at them just yet. Over here, we do want to fire. And it is unfortunate, but... And over here, we are on, what turn are we in? Turn 5 out of 12. So we're halfway there. We're gonna hold up. We're gonna wait for the BTRs to approach us closer. They might not, or they might, but we're gonna stay in cover as much as we can. This unit can only see the BTRs, so let us do this sort of shenanigan and attempt to maybe, yeah. So the BTRs, hey Scary, how you doing, man? Hello again from Istanbul, hello again from the UK. A Wargame Design Studio is another good choice. Yes, thank you. I think so as well. It's a little, the system is a little bit more complicated compared to Valorant Victory, but it is also fantastic. It's very similar to Valorant Victory because they're both based on squad leader or advanced squad leader sort of mechanics, which I really do enjoy. So, definitely long-time hardcore wargamers. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I mean, I have full disclosure. I have never played Advanced Squad Leader or Squad Leader. However, I have played the computer versions of games based on them. So, yes, yes, indeed. But we are here playing Radio Grenada. So, Askari, just to catch you up on what is happening, we are Team Seal 4, US, of course, in this instance, and we have captured a radio tower, the only radio transmitter on the island. So this is happening in the 80s, I think 85, if I'm not mistaken. And our objective was to seize the installation and then to basically take hold of it. Ideally, holding it for ourselves and then wait for Marines or infantry to come in, take it over and start broadcasting propaganda to the locals, if not possible, to destroy it and get out. So historically, Team Teal 4 was not able to hold it, and they skedaddled out of it, but they have destroyed the equipment. So Scary says, I remember those times too. All these. All these indeed. All these indeed. But yeah, so we are having issues with communication. We don't have any communications with the base, since left hand should not know what the right one is doing, as the planning for the operation was quite rushed and the codes were changed last minute, and SEAL teams were not informed of that, which is quite tragic, but we are where we are. So let's go to next turn. And I feel like I should keep reducing the volume because it is really loud. I think that should be just bearable for you. Ouch, we are suffering losses. It's not a lot of losses, unfortunately. Every little bit counts here. We are one man, so we have 2 men up north with two sections approaching from the north. They might have went into the woods. They are definitely not on the road any longer. So that would be a problem for us. We have 8 men here, so okay. And probably 2 men in the pickup truck. And we have a BTR-60 and a pickup truck over there. Man. Right. We gotta do something. We gotta do something here. So I think here is... We're gonna risk it. We are halfway through. And what we want to do, we want to reduce their BTRs. Bekir, hello from Istanbul as well. Well, hello there, Bekir. Welcome to the stream. And Ufuk as well. Wow. Judging from the names, you might all be Turkish. Welcome to the stream. I'm very, very glad to have you here, guys. So, we are gonna get up, move here, get down, from Istanbul too. Excellent, excellent. Well, we have quite a crowd here. Ah, it's your wargaming group, Askeri. Oh, perfect, perfect. Well, I am glad that they are in. Love this game. Absolutely, same. This is a fantastic game. Ready, attention! Well, there is more of this game coming, because soon Wargame Design Studios is releasing a little update, I hear, to the Eagles Strike squad battles. So Western Theater World War II. And I shall be definitely covering that update, so watch the space, guys, watch the space. But for now, so we have moved out into the open. This might be an absolutely awful idea, but what we want to do is we want to attempt, and I say attempt, to take out this BTR. So even though it is disabled, it has a turret, it swivels, it shoots at us, so we want to neutralize that. I would want to neutralize this BTR as well, however, it is 3 hexes away, and our law, the M72, range is 4. So it is above half range, and we get a bit iffy on shooting anything over half range, but this is gonna be a perfect target. So let us not do MP... Well, actually, it would be at maximum range for MP5s, even though they probably can't penetrate BTR. So, yeah, you know what? We're gonna preserve MP5s, shall we? But we will shoot with everybody else. So, fingers crossed this works. What a waste of anti-tank. Oh dear, and now we are stuck in the middle of an open ground. I know there is a fence there, but from the looks of this, it is, yeah, it is a chain link fence, which is not that great. We are on the ground, but we would be susceptible to fire from literally everybody. So, let's try and maybe disable this. Yeah, it is hard. As for here, whom can they see? They can see this BTR, but I think they're better off. So let's make sure not to select NLAW or M72. Are they out MP5? Oh, they're out of range, aren't they? The range is 4, right, okay. Well, in that case, we'll just stay put and see what happens. There we go. We have leaders up north. Oh my god, there are more people? Wow. Yeah, we lost a man. What happened there? Something happened there. So, it did say in the beginning... Well, surely I haven't shot anything, right? Because... Did I shoot something? Surely not. No, I haven't shot anything. So in the beginning, it said that support is available. So maybe this is a fire from friendly forces. We have a few ships on station. Of course, we have no communication with them. So I wonder. I'm curious what happened there. But anyway, let's see. So we have 10 men here, another section there. We have an officer here, and another section. Wow. 8 men here. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, let's just remove that. I reckon we have expanded our ammo. So let's get up. And let's move back. Oh, we left... I should have checked that. Well, too late now. We have left a satchel charge behind. That could be a problem once they storm us. But, for now though, let us fire this way. Okay, we have pinned them. That is good. Over here... I'm deliberating if I should be targeting the BTR because we really want to at least disable it. But maybe we should be concentrating more on the 2 sections up north because they are the ones that are going to be storming the compound. So, you know what? I'm gonna target the whatever officer... Oh my god, did we just lose? Okay. Both our lieutenant and lieutenant command... lieutenant... What was he? Was he lieutenant colonel? Whatever he was, our HQ element is gone. And we only have a fire team of 3 men left. That is not good. Commander lost, yeah. Our headquarters are absolutely gone. Really tough mission. It is. But it uses asymmetric scoring, so I'm hoping because I'm holding the objectives for quite some time, I might be able to snatch at least a minor victory here. So we shall see. We shall see. Oh dear, oh dear. This might be time to skedaddle. Ouch, we lost another man. Wow. This is getting insanely tough now. On a positive note, we have regained the morale fully here. We have reorged here and here, so both our Team 1 and Team 2 and Team 3 are perfectly well. We are still disrupted with the Team 4, though. So what do we have approaching from the north? 1, 2, 3... We have a whole platoon approaching from the north. Wow. Man, so we have 4 turns left to hold. But if they move up any closer, they can just storm our positions and just annihilate us completely. We might try to move away, but they have BTRs guarding the western way, and of course they would have line of sight with quite a few units up north as well. I think I'm gonna vote for staying put. Moreover, what we will do is we shall move up here. I reckon. 1 second. No, that's what I'm looking for. So this objective is only 2. This is 4-point objective. So let us move up here. Movement allowance succeeded. That's because it's on a hill. Too many enemies. Yeah, we really have too many enemies in everywhere. So I think if we were thinking of withdrawing, we should have done that maybe last turn, while we still didn't have a whole platoon bearing us from the north. Well, since our movement allowance has been exceeded, man, let's just go prone again. That sucks. That sucks. Right. Yeah. Oh, can I not see them? Man. Okay. In that case, this is gonna be almost impossible to annihilate the BTR because we only have small arms fire. As for here, what's going on? Oh, we just used the law! Oh my god. I made a huge mistake, right. Well. It is what it is now. Let's move on. Yeah. Wow. And we're losing more men, guys. We are losing more men. Oof. One last man remaining here. So one BTR relocated there. They have a pickup truck, 2 sections with a leader, probably an NCO. So what do we have to work with over here? Nothing much. We left a satchel charge. This would have been a perfect opportunity to use a satchel charge on them. At least we have a satchel charge here, so we are gonna be using it right now. There we go, we have pinned them. Reduced them by 2 men. Car is not the best of weapons to use. We are probably wanting to use MP5 here. But it would take us a little bit of points to actually change over to it, so in that case we're not gonna do that. Right. Okay, these are pinned as well. Can we reduce them? No, we can't. So 8 men, 8 men. Man. Well, next turn might be the last turn. That might be the last turn, so let's see. We are reducing them.
Más rápido.
They're trying to rally. I'm just dread. Oh my god, they are amassing a huge assaulting force there. Can we hold out for another 2 turns? Probably not. Probably not. Wow. This is crazy. We have to try. They are literally storming, yeah. Okay. Our car 15 has been... We've been firing it every single turn, so it definitely deteriorated, basically representing that the weapons do overheat. So it might be in our best interest to swap it next turn, if we're still alive next turn. That is a real possibility that we won't be. Wow. I mean, we are exchanging man for man. Well, 3 men for 1. But the problem is that they can just storm and they probably gonna take our positions. well, let's see what happens, shall we?
Más rápido. Apúrense.
If we can keep them suppressed, if we can keep them pinned, there is still a chance. There is still a chance. But we're slowly losing men. Just getting myself some speed here. So, what I do really like about this game, and Valor and Victory actually, they both model it really well, is they really showcase that in real warfare, there is, not like in movies, one shot and everybody's dead. You need a lot of firepower to be put down range to actually affect any casualties. And we're seeing this. I'd say that this is our ships using long range fire to assist us. But yeah, this is not good. But yeah, it's really showcasing that you need a lot of firepower to get any results, especially in urban fighting. So let us attempt to rally our men. Excellent. 2 men left, 1 man left, 4 men left here. Okay, over here we need to swap out car, so let us attempt and pick up MP5 first of all. Ah, right, okay, so first things first, let's drop this. Drop. And then let's pick up MP5. Okay, perfect. So we still have 2 fires, and we shall do so. Okay. We'll do the same here, so let's drop this. And then let's pick up the MP5. Lethality, penetration, range. Actually, let's pick up this one. Pick up, perfect. What? Oh, okay. Let's pick it up. Perfect. Okay. Fire conflict in battle takes a long time. It does indeed. It does indeed. Yeah, it's not Hollywood movies, even though this seems like a Hollywood movie. But yeah, it is, because people don't just run out into the open and start aiming, standing up, and just, you know, taking sniper shots with light machine guns or whatever. Everybody's trying to stay alive, and they hunker down, and a lot of fire is, for the most part, ineffective. Well, let's try and suppress them so that their fire even more ineffective as... Okay. We are gonna be shooting this way. attempting to suppress him, but no luck there. Oh, excellent. That is actually perfect. We know that the eastern attack is not gonna happen because they're all pinned down. Right, go away. So they're all pinned down here. That's perfect. So, no, I had a crazy idea of trying to rush them and storm them. Because they're pinned, we might have actually been successful in assaulting them. But that would be too crazy because they have BTRs. We're just gonna kill our men, so no. On a positive note, one last turn left. So we are... fingers crossed. Wow, that's a lot of firepower and grenades or whatever they're using on us. I'd be lucky if I stay alive. Yeah, but I think we might. Come on, man. They probably have grenade launchers there. That's too many grenade shots on us. That's a lot. The more they shoot, actually, the better chance we have of surviving, because they're not assaulting us. And if they're not assaulting us, we are still alive. So that is really quite good. Our MP5 is about to melt in our hands just from overheating, and of course it might jam, etc. But we're not too worried about here because disrupted units cannot assault, but this is really, really worrisome to us. So let's literally pour everything we can there. Wow. Come on. Okay, we suppress or we pin one unit. Right. So, we know that this group would not be able to assault, right? So, I think what I will do is I shall leave the one man here. No, I'll leave two men here, and I'm gonna move the CPO and what remains of Team 3 of our SEALs here to strengthen this position. Actually, what we really need to do is strengthen this position, but this is up the hill. Can we actually get there? Let us try and get there. Let's do this. Okay. That is perfect. We need strength there, we don't necessarily need firepower. And here, we'll just try and reduce them a bit more. Okay, still two men. Right. Well. Let's see what happens now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our southern... Oh no! They have been annihilated! If they have enough movement points to move up, that would be a huge shame. This is nail-biting. I gotta say. we're still holding this objective unless they move up. Major victory. Wow, that was tough. Whew. We were quite lucky in the end, so let's have a look. So, I was lucky, absolutely, absolutely. So, we were lucky they didn't assault. They could have easily assaulted with... Oh, they couldn't have, because the only person who's not pinned is the officer. They couldn't have assaulted here. Actually, we've done quite well. We have done quite well. 3D view. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There we go. I don't particularly like 3D view, but here we go. So let's... I kind of gonna show you from here. Moving up. There is somebody here. 8 men disrupted, right? So they retreated. Yeah, no problem, man. So 3 men here. This is the whole section that we have, by mistake, assaulted in the beginning after pinning them. And we have reduced them to 3 men out of 10. Only losing 1 man in return. Which might have actually been a good idea, because we have done it on turn 1 or 2. And of course, here. So... this is labels, objectives. Yeah, so we're still holding all 3 objectives. We were really lucky that we have managed to pin all of the assaulting squads. So we have chosen to concentrate on specific squads, and we were lucky that we were able to capitalize on that. But really... I mean, better idea might have been to actually retreat, but then we mightn't have gotten a major victory. So I do not necessarily recommend... Actually, let's see. Oh, yeah. Just wanted to see BTR 60s in 3D view. I do not necessarily recommend using this strategy here, because this might be a little bit iffy if you're really trying to win. Because this is kind of high-risk, high-reward situation. But we were lucky, and we managed to pin everybody, so they couldn't assault. And that was the key to our victory. Right. Shall we try and do this from the Grenadians' point of view? I think so. I'm having fun with this. So let us do so. I don't really want to save... Radio Grenada, so Americans are gonna be automatic, Cubans are gonna be... Give a chance. Yeah. Cubans are gonna be manual. Right. Scenario has withdrawals. Oh dear. BTR 60 gonna withdraw on turn 8. 2 BTR 60s are gonna withdraw on turn 8. Why? Why? Okay, not a problem. So we have 8 men in the vehicle. What we really want to do is we really want to move here and then dismount our men there. I do not want to dismount our men in front of the American SEAL team. That is gonna be quite unfortunate. So... blocked by terrain. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right. Okay. Right, let's dismount. That actually isn't too bad. So what we will do now is we're gonna try and drive away, eliciting opportunity fire from them. I know this is a little bit gamey, but what we want to do is maybe even do something like this. can we turn? Where is the command? Turn clockwise. Ah, we've run out of our movement points. So what I'm thinking is to load men. Oh, they are fixed at the moment, right? What I was thinking is to load men in and then drive them quickly up to the assault positions. So they are movable. Okay. Well then. Oh, that's fixed. That's also fixed. Okay. We want to stay about 4 hexes away to stay away from the enemy's anti-tank capabilities. Can we move here? Is blocked by terrain. They don't have AT, but I think this squad has AT. So let us actually turn counterclockwise. That is fine. And can we fire? No, we are all out of the ability to fire. That is also fine. And that, yeah, that's fine. So what I'm hoping to do is to dismount our men here and then approach using woods. Likewise with this, we're gonna dismount and approach using woods. Can I actually dismount them right now? I don't think so. I can. Okay. That works for me. Right. Well, this unit can fire, so let us move away instead. We're gonna try and suppress them, and after suppressing them, if we can eliminate a few men, we shall do so. So let's move on to the next phase. So Radio Grenada, G for Grenadians. So they have just used their light anti-tank weapon, which is fantastic. That's what we want. So they shouldn't be able to affect our BTRs that much. And now, let us attempt and take them out. Lethality 8. Wow, Lee Enfield is really crap, isn't it? Penetration 7 though, so it's good. SKS range 5, that's good. Lethality 14, okay. Penetration 6, that's good. Okay. Right. Over here though. Let us move up our men. We can't. Right, okay. That is fine. These are still fixed. Okay. We are gonna turn, get ready to move out. Maybe even like so. These are still fixed, unfortunately. Over here, though. Range 50, range 22. Wow, okay. Range 6. So we're gonna fire with the BTR. Disrupting them. So what I'm hoping to accomplish here is, if we can reduce them, disrupt them or pin them, then this unit can hopefully swoop in and make their assault. But we shall see. We have been pinned. That is not good. And I believe they have used their second anti-tank weapon. So they should only have one left, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay. Finally, right. Let us move up with our BTRs. I think that should actually be far enough. And we shall be able to shoot them next turn. Over here. Yeah, being pinned is not fun. Okay, once we get up here, we should be able to finally start shooting at them, and they have been unlocked. So, let us move in, and can we mount? Huh. Exceed capacity. Can we mount them? Nope. Okay, we cannot mount them. That is unfortunate in that case. So, let's see if we can draw some fire. And then we're just gonna be moving up. Right. So far, we don't have any losses, but neither do the Americans. So that is a bit of a problem. Ouch. What the hell? Did they just annihilate like 5 men and pinned everyone? Wow. Okay.
Vuelvan caras.
Rally up. Come on.
Apúrense. Más rápido.
Wow. I don't really know what to say. Well, I suppose one thing to say is take that Lee Enfield, drop it, and pick up RPD. Okay. That is not good. So we have 4 men. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Pick up. Pick up, please. Okay, perfect. Whew. Right, over here. That is all good. Actually, you know what? You know what? Drop that Lee Enfield. And drop that SKS. And pick up. Oh. Pick up this and right, and that SKS. Right. Okay, perfect. So now we have the weapons we want. Alrighty, okay. These are fine. These are not fine, but... Go to ground. Mm-hmm. Right. So they shouldn't have any heavy weapons left, so that's good. Let's try and suppress them there. Looks like we have reduced them. It takes approximately 1/3 of the game to position your men for the assault. Yeah, absolutely, and that's not a problem. That is not a problem at all, because that is all about fire and maneuver. What I am worried about a little bit are these men, that they have been suppressed, because our support on our side was absolutely atrocious and simply shot nothing, while their support just eliminated like an entire section worth of men and pinned everybody. So that is a little bit of a problem. So, okay, that is fine. Let us go to the next turn and see if we can unpin somebody. So, nothing has happened in their turn, which I was hoping for at least some disruption. Nice. Because they're in a building, it is very hard for us to see if we're causing any casualties. We know we have disrupted them. We know that we have taken out their NCO. but we don't even know how many men there are there. So that is a little bit of a problem. Now, thankfully, our units become undisrupted there, so
Apúrense.
rally up, please.
Apúrense. Ataquen.
Okay. Or not. We are gonna be moving up. And over here, like so. We should be able to move. Movement allowance exceeded. Well, okay. Whatever you say. Because our weakest assault now, our strongest assault was up north, but now this is our weakest assault, is up north. I really hoping to reduce this position as much as I can. Actually, let's just have a quick look. Okay, so there is no way to select weapon load, so I assume that we have HE loaded in. It says heat, though. Huh. But we cannot toggle it, so I suppose we're firing with heat ammo. Which is not ideal, of course, in the anti-personnel environment. So we are disrupting and pinning them. Whether we are causing any casualties is a different matter entirely, and we do not know. Right. So what we are gonna try and do is we're gonna try and pull up with these forces into the assault range. And once they are, something just occurred to me actually. We have 3 pickup trucks. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh my god. We have reinforcements. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can live with that. Thankfully, we have rallied here, so I should have stood them up. I have forgotten. Let's get up with them. So, first things first. Keep suppressing that. Oh, yes, okay. We have taken out their NCO, so they would be much, much harder to unpin themselves. So I think... let's do this. Huh. They have somebody there. So this is the leader, or a leader. Actually, this might be the lieutenant commander. This might be lieutenant commander. And let us... Oh, they cannot be loaded up, right? Okay. But the other guys can. 7 and 4 men for sure. So I have a devious plan formulating in my head. So let's move up here. Can they unload? Yes, they can. Perfect. Can they go to ground? Oh, beautiful. This is beautiful, right? That's our fire support team, so let us move up. Oh, that is fantastic. So and now we are gonna assault. Interesting. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Okay. Right. That is fine. They are gonna move up. Go to ground, please. They would also move up, actually. You two go to ground. And they can move up as well. Are you able to... No, move 0. I don't think they can load. Yeah, they cannot load up. Right, that's fine. Okay. So, we are at a bit of a stalemate here. I was hoping to be able to overwhelm this position, but clearly that is not happening, at least just yet. So,
come on.
Let's see. It looks like we have eliminated somebody there, unless we have lost sight of them. Did we just eliminate an entire fire team and the leader? We had to. Wow, okay. Well, that is actually very, very good. So let's... What? Okay. Well, it just shows that if you put enough fire downrange, you will eventually succeed. So let's pressure this. They are pinned. So can they move? No, they cannot move to the enemy because they're pinned. So let's attempt to rally them up.
Adelante.
Come on, man.
Apúrense.
Come on.
Vuelvan caras.
No. Okay, in that case, fire support group will fire support. Here, he will get up. And probably go to ground. Over here. Let us move up. Our disrupted men will... I'm thinking... thanks, Scary, by the way. Well done, you were saying. I am thinking of loading them up in a vehicle, but really, is there a point where so close as it is? So maybe not. And they can go to ground here. Right. As for these two troops, they will get up. They will move up. They will go to ground. They will suppress. So if you imagine them getting up, running down the road, basically doing bounds, and then going to ground again, that is what I was attempting to do here. And of course, this team, I want to assault with them, so let us attempt and suppress. We're not able to. So let us assault. Why can they not make move into defending Hex? Ah, okay, never mind, because it's a car. So they have been demoralized, which is fantastic. I think we should be able... Oh, but we're pinned. Right. Okay. Let us move the car away, because it is in the way. It is confusing me. Right, over here, everybody has shot. We are on turn 7 out of 12. We almost can take this, but everybody is either disrupted or... What? Wow, okay. They have eliminated our BTR-60. Oh, man. Okay. Let us actually remove these, because they are a little bit annoying. So, rally unit.
Apúrense.
No such luck, eh? I wonder, so if I remember correctly, they should be a 3-man team, so we should have eliminated at least one of them with our assault. The issue here is that they are all either disrupted or... Okay, that's disabled. That's fine. They're either disrupted or pinned, so we need more men, basically. Let's just shoot. It's not really good that... Yeah, move 0000, right, okay. This actually, I think I'm overstuck in that hex. But we shall see. So and we cannot move, but we can go to ground like this. Over here, rally
Vuelvan
up.
caras. Vuelvan caras.
Wow. Leader is really, really bad. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get somebody who is not pinned and or disrupted to occupy this objective. And then once we're here, it's gonna be easier to get in there as well. That's the plan anyway. Oh no, thanks for joining me, Askeri. Are you heading off now? Because it must be getting a little bit late. So what is it, about 11 o'clock or almost midnight now in Turkey? And again, we're gonna go to ground. All right. Midnight. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, man. I appreciate it, and thanks for bringing your people on as well. Yeah, no worries. Well, this is gonna be recorded, so if you wanna know what happens, you can rewatch it later on. But yeah, thanks a lot, man. Always a pleasure. Likewise. So I shall see you next time I stream. I'll be streaming on Friday. I'm not sure if it would be of interest to you, Stir in Abyss. Or on Monday would be Valorant Victory, and then Wednesday is gonna be this WDS squad battles again. So yeah, I shall see you then, man. Have a good one. Good night. But we're gonna get back into shooting. So, try to be here. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We are gonna try and rally.
Apúrense. Apúrense.
With
Más rápido.
no success, unfortunately. If we cannot rally, we're gonna suppress, or gonna attempt to suppress. Not able to do so. Disrupting is good, but what is even better? So let us rally.
Adelante.
Rally.
Apúrense.
Nope. Rally.
Apúrense.
Nope. Okay. We lost a man. Okay. Over here. Gonna be attempting to reduce them as much as we can. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to accomplish here. So, they move here. Unit is blocked by terrain. No, they're not. Oh, do they have to do this? So hold up, I don't understand why can't they storm it? Huh. So fence, 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 fence. Surely... Ah, for some reason this was not showing up. Let's go to ground. Right. Okay, that is actually perfect. So let's pick up this. And let us assault. So they have X-Men and they have a lieutenant there. So let us assault in. We can't assault it, let us shoot. Okay, we see that there is a lieutenant commander there as well. And over here, I don't think they can shoot. No, they can't. So over here, we are gonna move up. And I think that is fine. Right. Turn 9 out of 12. Well. Wow, okay. They've used their satchel charge. So with this, we're gonna be moving up. And then we're gonna be turning and turning again until we face them. So that's perfect. And maybe we'll relocate here as well. But
Más rápido. Vuelvan caras. Más rápido.
Okay. Not good. Pinned unit have to be pinned, right. So let's get up our non-pinned units. Right. That's fine. What we're gonna be doing is, this is kind of gonna be our fire support group. As they are pinned, hey?
Adelante.
Come on, man.
Más rápido. Más rápido.
Wow, you're useless, right. Over here, they are not on the ground. They shall move up. And then they had hit the deck. And now, they can all collectively do this. And I think next turn we will attempt and assault them. Which should be quite a sight, right? Okay, they are demoralized, so this could actually be really quite good. Oh, that unit has withdrawn, haven't they? Yeah, right, okay. Right, in that case, up you go. Down you go. You go here. Down on the ground. You go here. Ah, you have exceeded your movement allowance. That's not a problem. Up down, down. And so you guys can shoot. You guys can shoot. You can also shoot. Now you will assault. And guess what? That, as they say, is that. I believe we have completed our objective. Whew, that was hard. Well, that doesn't mean that we have won. So let's have a look. Huh. We have reached a draw. So, what has happened? Americans have lost 54 plus 78 points, so that's... Oh, they had 84 points as well. Well, we have lost 156 points, 13 men, one vehicle. Vehicle was 72 points lost, so that was quite a lot, and that is why we have lost. Well, we haven't lost, we have drawn, so... Yeah, it's more than minor defeat, but less than minor victory. Interesting. So we had to preserve her vehicle, and it was very unfortunate that we have lost it, because they actually didn't have any light anti-tank anymore, unless it was obscured by fog of war, which could have been. But I did not see a launch of a anti-tank. It was only small arms fire. So they might have just been lucky and hit ammo store or whatever, and actually destroyed us there. But yeah, that was a fun little scenario. It was very, very tough on both sides, I gotta say. We have snatched the victory with the SEAL Team 4. Just barely. We just managed to snatch it because we have suppressed the enemy. They were all pinned. They were not able to assault us. And here, unfortunately, it was a draw because we lost too many men, but really, we lost BTR 60, which was a huge blow to us. And that's why it was a draw. They also disabled a pickup truck, but that doesn't really matter. Right, well, that was a fun little scenario. I really enjoyed that. I am looking to playing more of the Wargame Design Studios squad battles, and that should be coming next Wednesday. So the next stream is on Friday, which is Stirring Abyss. On Monday, we're going to be streaming Valor and Victory, and as I said, Wednesday is going to be more Wargame Design Studios Grenada. Squad Battles Grenada. For now, though, thank you so much for watching, as always. And until next time, do gaming, not war.